No, I'm sharing screen. Now we are in the last. Once again, I will show you that what we discussed previously and now what we want to discuss. This is a overall summary about that what last few days what we discussed about it. Here it is a correlation and a rank correlation and a correlation ratios. Three topics on that correlation. That is a black one that we completed. And a correlation and a regression. It is a simple and a linear regression and unit 4. And unit 5 is a regression of the three variables and a multiple and partial correlation unit 6. These three comes to the correlation and regression concepts. Here previously it is a black one. It discusses that is a correlation coefficient. Regarding that is a coefficient, correlation coefficient, it will be discussed. And second block, it will come to the line of regression, how we can be construct the line. That is such kind of the observations we discussed in the previous classes. It is a black 2. And black 3 coming to the introduction to the categorical data analysis. It is a big groups will be there. How it will be the considered that is analysis point of view. That observation. One group it is a how it will be the independent. How one group it is a dependent or independent to the another group. That kind of observations we discussed in the data analysis. Next, coming to the here categorical data analysis, it is we categorize it into the it is a to A to B, and a to beta, and it is a A1. It is a different kind of independent associations with the independent another attributes. How it will be the interrelationship we have, that kind of observations we did in a unit 8 and unit 9 also. Now, here we discussed some few problems on the units 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. The same problems you can see in the examination. Because of it is attributes is a small concept. It is only the association between the one independent variable to another independent variable. How it will be the concerned categorical data analysis we can be analyze that kind of observations, so we can be check in that data analysis. That three topics will be over. Now, in that sampling ratio, it is a simple random sampling, and next it is a stratified random sampling and a systematic sampling. These are the three kind of the samplings we have. That is a total is called as a sampling theory. That total sampling theory today we will be complete. So with that, it is a model paper, question papers we have that you will be solved. You can get that is a full marks. This is an oral idea about it. What we have, we were discussed in the few classes in the previously. Now it is a we are in the fourth unit. That is a sampling. Sampling theory is easy, and we can get the scoring is very easy also. Next, block theory also easy. It is an independent association with the. It is a more two or more. It is associations. So we have how we can be implement the relationship between the both of them calculations part that we can be discussing to the way of approach to the unit 9 and unit 8. This is a easy way we can be complete that. That is totally we can be analyze it. Once you read it, automatically you can understand that concepts that I explained in the previously. Now it is Blackboard. It is a sampling. Means it is a simple random sample. It is the biggest sample data we have. That sample it is we cannot be analyzed. That is a total single time. At the time we can be go for that is randomly we can be select and we will be analyzed. That is one of the technique. It is called as a simple random sampling. And a stratified random sampling also. It is a in that sampling theory. It is a biggest data. That is a small pieces we can be collect. It is a stratified random selection. Is it is a different way that this comes to the stratified random sampling. And a systematic random sampling, one after the other, one after the other, that we can be check it. These are the observations that we can check into the unit black 4. Okay, this is an oral idea what we are going to discuss. Now this is a sampling. Here, simple random sampling and identify that is a notation and terminology, merits and limits of the simple random sampling. That such concepts we will discuss today. Next, coming to the unit 11, it is the stratified random sampling. It is a mean and variances and properties of the stratified random sampling and calculation of the estimation of the population mean and the variances of the sample mean that we can be checked it here. It's most important. Here you will get one long question on this unit 11. And unit 12 is the stratified random sampling. Here also variance estimated by the mean and discuss that is the advantage and disadvantage of the stratified random sampling. These are the three topics we have to discuss today. Now it is a selection of the random sample. Sample means it is a clearly, it is a totally theorem. It is a, for example, hello, my screen is visible. Please respond, anyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Now here, latter method, selection of the sample random sampling. Simple random sampling. It is a simple random sampling. It goes to the, it is a large population. Here, I want to go for that is a give that is a one of the, some, for example, best example is a vaccination. India has to give that is a all the public. India 140 crores of the people, 140 crores populations, they want, India want to give that is a vaccination. What are the procedures we can take? Means it is a, how many were got that is a disease or virus that is affected that virus that I want to check it, means it is a lateral method. I will check that is a one bunch of group that is just I will take check that is a 130 people to the some area, some district and another some people and cities. I will check. Then I can assess that is some observations. So it is out of some 100 people, it is affected that is a 70 people. Based on that, it is out. It will be converted to the 1,000 people. Here, 30 people are affected. That out of 100 means it is a 1,000 people means 300 people are affected. 10,000 people means it is a affected by that is some 3,000 members, 10,000, 3,000. It is 1,30,000, 2,60,000, then 1 crore. So like it is we can assess by using that is the Latry method. That Latry method clearly it explains that it is the biggest analysis is a simple way we have to be analyzed. For example, rice in a rice bag, how many stones are available in the rice bags? I want to verify. How you will be justified, how you will be checking it. Is it possible to check that it is a whole bag, it is a count it and get it? No, it is not possible. So what I shall do? It take that is a 1 kg of rice or 1 kg means it is a 100 grams or here like that it is a 100 grams or 200 grams I will take. From that it is either 1 gram or 10 grams or 250 grams I will take and I will check. Based on the 250 grams means it is a 1 kilo, it is into 4 times. So 250 grams of the rice I will check. In that how many stones I will identify. Then it is a randomly I will check that is a 1 kg. Then it is assessed that is a 1 kg of the rice bag, how many stones we have. Then we will go for that is a second observation. The second observation, it will go further. Simply the sample, it is they will take it to some another piece, another 250 grams. In that also, how many stones we have into 4. That is called as a 1 kg. How many stones we have? We got it. We can get. Previously 1 kg, and this is a 1 kg. Another sample I will take and another 250 grams, and I will check that is a 250 gram checking is it is a very simple and easy. On one paper, on that it is all the stones will be there. How many are there? We can count it. It is very simple. But I can't count the entire bag. So 140 crores of the people, who are they getting that is it is difficult. So it is a sample manner. If we go for it, it is easy to understand. So that is called as a simple random sampling methods that we should be sampling technique that we call as a sampling techniques that we will analyze and we will be check it. So it is that way. It is a 250. It is a 1 kg. It is here 4-5 samples I will take. It is average I will check. Average if I get it is a 1 kg. It is a first 250 grams. With me I convert it into 4 times. It is a stones are having that is a 250 grams. We have a 3 stones. It means that is a 1 kg. How many stones? It is a 12 stones. Here another sample also 13 stones. Another sample also 15 stones. Another sample only 6 stones. Now average I will take. Then average is how much? It is clearly it has happened that it is a first sample it is a 13 plus 11 plus then 12 plus then it is 8 plus divided by 4. How many samples to take? So that is called as the mean. From the mean, that is how many kgs you are checking per 1 kg of the rice. How many stones you are getting? Average if I take it is a 9 plus 13. It is a 22 plus another some 10. Another kg if I check 10 only here. Then it is a 32 plus another kg it is having a 6. So how much it is a which is I'm getting that is out of 40 38 divided by 4. So on an average this is a 9 4 36 to 9.5 stones to be having that we can be checking. 9.4 into 25 if I do, I can get that is a 1 rice bag. How many kgs we have? How many? It is 100 kgs only, no? So that into 100 I will take. Into 100. 1 kg is a 9 stones. So it is a 100 kgs means 900 stones in that bag we have. See how simple we can be justified. So simply here, such kind of the techniques are the most important into the human life. So such kind of the techniques we want to be identified by using this is one is the Latry method and the random numbers methods. So these are the Latry method means it is which is the selection I will select. I don't know. Randomly I will pick and I will check. Then it is this is the simplest and easiest method for the drawing the sample from the population by simple random sampling method. Here total population it is a n and a small sample is observation. I'm taking the small n observations. Small n means it is a 1 kg of rice. I'm checking it is a capital N means it is a 1 bag. It is 100 kgs of the bag. So that is 100 kgs is called as it is a population size. Here, 140 crores of the people in India, it is comes to the population size. The sample size, it is comes to sample size, is comes to the smallest sample. The smallest piece I will take. It is I will collect from the Telangana state population. Like it is a how many 15 crores like that. It is I can check that is that kind of observations. So it is a coming to the observations. It is a population is a bigger size is a capital N. It is a n that n observations. If I take that is called as a sample observations. The number of homogeneous, it is clearly all the samples. Whenever you are checking, that is the same thing we will be checking. The one is independent data. It is not a dependent to the others. Then only we can be analyzed and we can expect that some result that is correct. It is a something. It is a analysis. It is a some cases are dependent. For example, is a coming to that. It is the motorbikes will be there. Motorbikes. It is coming to the here different kind of the models we have. It is a the engine oil. If it changes it into the, it is a, that is a comfortable to the some of the vehicles. Some it is not comfortable to some of the way not way some of the other vehicles. So non-comfortable vehicles is it is clearly we can separate it and which are the separated is with that oil will be the prepared. So that oil is here which are the vehicles is comfortable. That kind of the it is a 3C some C8 C9 like that. This kind of the models they will be checked and that in that technology they will be applied. So this is comes to the one kind of the logic how the it is a lateral methods will be effectively will be utilized. Next, it is coming to the second category is come to the random number of the methods. In that random number methods, it comes to the here randomly here. I will give that is a random numbers. It is a 2, 3, 5 like that. It is a 0 to 9 numbers I will give appears. It is a 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. It is a 2 digits number. I want 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 2. 3 digits number. If I want to give that is a 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, 1, 1, 1 like that. It is a 9, 9, 9. A 4 digits. If I give that is a 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 9, 9. If I give after that, it is I will select that is a pick the some numbers. That is the which are the numbers we don't know. That is the randomly I will pick. It is one place is a one number, another place is a one number, another place is a one number, one place another. This is a when we will be applied, sir. It is mean that is a, I want to check that is a how best India is comparatively world. So UNO takes that is a, one of the opinion from the India. UNO means the United Nations organizations. It is a health organization. If I take, they will check that is a. They will not come and ask that is a Indian. The people will come into the flight and they will get down and they will go to the somewhere, split into some areas, in different areas. There they collect that is information and they will go. So this kind of observations, according that they will check that they will expect that is an Indian culture and Indian tradition, Indian things are the how it will be the behaviors, everything they will be right. And that is one of the book. It is comes to the this is India. Like it is comes to the worldwide observations also happens to like this. For example, you want to purchase the groceries. Here one place is a tomato is a 20 rupees, another place is a 50 rupees, another place is a something 60 rupees. Here, so it is a different places. It is a we have a different kind of the amounts, but is what we can be justify, which is correct, that we cannot be known. So here we can be justify here something is happening the product or fraud. All places are the same. What you will be justify? Yes, it is correct. It is India is following that is a correct trend of that tendency on that purchasing of or selling of the product and that. So India having that the entire control that food marketing that like that they will be expected. So this kind of the variations should not maintain that comes to the fraud. So that variations will be there, that kind of the frauds, whether the frauds are the available and frauds are the non-available, that are kind of the observations I can check by using this random number methods. Now here also identify that is a N is a population, capital is a number of units, N is a population. And but in that tables, it is I will pick up the numbers one by one, either row wise, either column wise. It is some kind of the different way of the techniques I will apply for the observations on this process. Now about two techniques I mentioned that is a totally depends on the averages. Some samples is a one sample data, another sample. Simple various samples we have that is a total average I calculated. That is called as a here sample mean. That kind of technique is called as a sampling. That kind of the technique is called as a sampling. Now, sample means it is an individual data, how it will be the variation from the y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus 1 by yn. That is comes to the formula is this one. So it is a mean is come to the sample. Mean is called as a yn bar equal to summation yi by n. Here y1, y2, y3, so on yn. Y1 is a 1 kg of rice. Another sample I'm taking, y2 is that kind of the kgs of number of stones. Then y3, y4, so on. So sum of their total sum divided by how many samples you are taking? 4 or 5, that is divided by n. That comes to the divided by n is called as a sample mean. Next, it is called as a sample mean can be depends on the some another independent variable that we can be write onto the summation I equal to 1 to n aiy. Here independent and dependent attributes we discussed in the last class session. So that is also we can implement on this observation of the sample mean or sample observations. We can be check it by using this way. Next, coming to that, it is comes to the here population mean. Population also here I say that is it is a entire world. It is a UNO is a checking from that different kind of observations on that. Where the data is we are getting we are different places means it is a day. I said that is a day come to the flights and they will go to the various places and collect the information and they will go and analyze that information. So one person information, one area it comes to the Y capital Y1 and another area capital Y2, capital Y3 like that. It is a so total population also they can be checked by the averages. So that is called as a population mean. Population mean that is comes to the population sampling is going on. Sample means it is a small, it is a less than 30 size will be there that it comes to the sample. Less than 30 size. Here, how many members of the group? It is we have it that is 300 students are there. In that, how many members you will be asked that is whether this is a subject is a thoroughly you understood or not. I asked that is only 30 people, less than 30 people, 5 people, 6 people. By using them only, I will analyze whether that is a subject is a fit for this academic to establish and give provide for the students or not. So this kind of observations all will come to that is a population means. Next, it is come to the sample mean difference between them. Next is the mean square of the population. Mean square of the population means it is called as a variance. Variance is denoted by S square. S square. It is a yi minus y bar whole square divided by n minus 1. Summation yi minus y bar whole square divided by n minus 1 is called as a mean square of the population. Mean square for the population. Now coming to that, it is a S square equal to summation yi minus yn bar whole square divided by n minus 1. That is comes to the sampling. Next to sample techniques, it goes to the size. The size of the sample is n and the size of the population is capital N. And the sample units are the y1, y2, so on yn, and population units are the y1, y2, y2, so on capital yn. And the sample values taken total is a y1 plus y2 plus 1 yn equal to summation yi. And the population values as we can take that is a y1, y2, so on yn. This is called summation yi. Next, it is the sample mean is comes to the y bar equal to summation yi by n. It is a population mean is come to the summation yi by capital N. Next, it is the sample mean with squares is comes to the S square equal to 1 by n minus 1 summation yi minus y bar whole square. This is a mean square of the summation of the yi minus y bar whole square divided by n minus 1. It is a population. If I go that, it is the same procedure yi minus y bar whole square divided by capital 1 by n minus 1. So these are the observations. It is a he will ask in the examination how you will be find out that the sample means and the sample standard deviation, sample variances. And standard deviation means root of a variance only. Now population, if it comes to that, is the population mean and population variances, how we can be calculated. The both will be the same procedure we can be applied. What it is a small size is a less than 30. It is called as a sample observations. It is a more than 30 will be there. It is comes to the population observation. Sir, you said that is a crores of the people, 140 crores of the people. Observation is called as a population. No need. It is the size is more than 30. You can go for that population. It is I say that it is a rice bag. Rice bag is comes to the population because of I cannot check that is a total at a time. Now because of it is a more than 30. If I take 30 pieces, if I take that it comes to the more than 30 pieces means it comes to the like that. It is a certain. It is our conveniently we are taking that it's a 30 kgs below 30 kgs like that. About 30 kgs means it is 100 kgs. It is difficult to check, but it is a 30 kgs analysis. We are also I am making to the another sampling. In that 30 kgs, I am taking that the 3 kgs. So like it is every population will come to the sample. Best example in India is that we can take that is a India is a unique. It is a 29 states are in that. Here 30 states in that we are dividing into the each state having that is how many districts. How many districts also divided into the how many it is a district. Districts are divided into the mandals. Mandals also divided into the Jilla Parishad. Jilla Parishad is divided into the villages. Villages is divided into the gramas. Gramas will be divided. Villages. Villages is divided into this. Another is a subclass of the unities of the people. Area-wise people observation. Areas will be divided into the here. That is a different variety of the people. Like it is the one of the biggest sizes are divided into the subclasses. It comes to the sample. Anyway, what kind of analysis you will do for that? It is a population or sample will be the same procedure we can implement, but it is the sizes only. It will be changed. Population case, it is an assumption or the more. The sample case is a reality or the reality is we can get is the accuracy. This is only that it is a differences. So it is a based on the reality in the, to the small sample, we can assess that is a larger population. So here, one village is a spoiled. So it is a how the district will be the spoiled. That the district will be spoiled means that the state is a spoiled. So that state is a spoiled, that country is a spoiled, that country is a spoiled, entire world will think about that, that country is a spoiled. Like that comes of observations, so they can be analyzed. The country is a other country, world is an observation, it comes to the population. India is thinking about the population. Because of that subclass is there, Telangana. The Telangana is a subclass is with there, district. The district is a subclass is there, mandals. Mandals will be there. Jilla Parishad will be there. And villages will be one village you are talking about. So like it is comes to the sum population, which is a smaller one, bigger one. That next bigger one is called as a population. Next bigger one is called as a population. This is an overall idea what we can be expect and discuss. Next it is comes to the here SRS4. SRS4 means it is a without replacement observation. Simple random sampling without replacement. Without replacement. Without replacement means it is a mean value. I am taking y(n) bar equal to 1 by n into summation. Here we want to prove that when it is a unbiased means it is a biased and a kalti. For example, tossing of a coin తీసుకున్నాను అనుకోండి, నేను బయాస్ చేయాలని డిసైడ్ అయ్యాను. బయాస్ అంటే ఏంటిది? ఇండియన్ క్రికెట్ టీం లోపల ఇండియానే ఫస్ట్ బ్యాటింగ్ కావాలి. హెడ్కి వెయిట్ ఎక్కువ పెట్టాను, టాస్ చేశాను. At that time, they will think about that India toss, it is a more weight will come to the up, light weight will come to the down. So it is automatically figure, they will say that automatically they will be the winners for that. So automatically that will be decided to that it is a India is the starting, it is a what is that? It is a batting. Because of batting is easier than fielding. After fielding, it is go for the batting. It is they will be tired and it is difficult. So it is a it is a people conveniently they will think about it. So it is that is comes to the bias. Unbiased means it is there is no any deviations in between the total observations. So that comes to the unbiased. In that unbiased observation, it is a estimated of the population mean is the E of yn bar equal to your yn bar, yn capital bar. No, so it is a proof point of yn bar equal to summation ai yi by n. That is comes to the ai equal to if ith unit is included in the sample and not included in the sample. Like it is we can be estimate E of yn bar equal to E of summation ai yi by n. Next capital E of 1 by n into the summation E of ai into yi. So that E of ai equal to 1 and P of ai equal probability of each observation 1 into. Here I want to find out that is E of a means what I can say it is a 1 into P of a population plus 0 into P of that corresponding population. So here 1 into P of ith unit, it is a sample of the size n if I take n by capital N. Now non-occurrence means probability is a 1 minus n by capital N. So sample selection is a 0 and 1 is 1. So here 1 unit of that P of ai equal to 1 is a success. Success means it's a favorable event, sir, by total sample. So n by capital N. Here unbiased, it is a non-occurrence, it comes to the 0. So 0 and something 0. So that is I can get that is the n by capital N. Next is coming to the E of y n bar equal to summation. Here ai place I will substitute n by capital into yi. So here nn is cancelled. So n capital N is I will take out. So summation because of constant. So yi summation yi is called as a y bar. So e of y bar equal to yn bar. What is the meaning of this? Means it is a means are never changes. Means are never changes either sample or population. Sample or population. Sample mean is always equal to the population mean. It means that it is a sample mean I am taking. E of yn bar is means that mean I am calculating. Population mean I am calculating. So that E of AI means it is a success is 1 and failure is a 0. 1 into AI. E of AI. AI means it is comes to the n by capital N. So that it is a nn is cancelled. N capital N you take the common. So summation yi. So I can get by n by capital N. That's all. That is comes to the E of I. This is the first observation of the means. Similarly, population if I take sample square, it is estimated the population mean square is if I take. What happens? E of s square is equal to s square. We want to prove it. That is comes to the second theorem. Now s square equal to already I know that is 1 by n minus 1 into summation y square minus n into yn bar. So here if I take 1 by n minus 1 into yi, summation yi square minus 1 by n into summation, well, because of y bar is a mean, no? So that summation yi by n whole square. Now it is a common if I take the simplification whole square, no? So that it is a summation y square plus summation yi into yj. So here yi into yj, here both we have a common term is a 1 by n minus 1. Here yi bar, yi square, and here also yi square, summations both. So if I take 1 minus 1 by n, the summation yi square, that is 1 by 1 minus is in, I will send inside. So 1 by n into n minus 1, summation yi into yj bar. So that it is comes to the yi by n minus 1. This is comes to the mean only. So summation y square by n minus 1. Here it is comes to the 1 by n minus n into n minus 1, summation yi into yj. So here it comes to the expectation both side. If you apply, it is comes to the variance E of s square equal to, here it is coming to the same E of yi square. Therefore it is comes to the E of ai by I. So that the one is a 0, 1 into that one, and one is not 0. So that n by capital n minus 1 by capital n minus 1. So here n into n minus 1 by capital n into n minus 1 into yi yj. Now here if I check that is the capital N into n minus 1, it is a simplification, it comes to the s square. So it is E of s square equal to s square we want to prove it. That is comes to the here population. Sample observation of the mean square is clearly when it is unbiased. At that time we can get that is a population mean square. Both are the same. So unbiased situation, mean and variances for the sample and populations are we are getting the same. It is a biased case. It comes to that. It is comes to the difficult. We cannot be assess that one. So at that cases is a here approximately we can be estimate, but it is a totally it is the exactness is a we cannot be get it. Here stones of the rice also it is a depends on the bags it will be changes. So it is like it comes to the bias. So it is a here 1 acre land that corresponding rice is used to the differently, and another acre land is used by another comes to the differently. And one rice mill it will be the when it will be the stones will be due to the less, and some rice mills will be more. So we cannot be justified this bias, not unbiased. So biased situations is very difficult to take that it is a comparative way. So it is a very difficult to observations of that. It is a clear observation from that. This is a unbiased estimation of the population. Next is comes to the it is a with replacement or without replacement. Okay, coming to the here I am taking that is a without replacement only I am discussing here. Sorry, without replacement discussions I am doing now. Now coming to the here without this is also without replacement. It is a variance if I observe. Yeah, s square they calculate is a s square. It is a variance of y n bar equal to s square by n into capital N minus small n divided by capital N. So sample. Sample mean is given by the y bar equal to summation yi by n. So E of y bar equal to y bar. So variance of x equal to E of x square minus E of x whole square. So variance of y n bar equal to E of y n bar minus E of y n whole bar. So E of y n square equal to minus y n bar. So that it is a simplification E of y n bar whole square equal to E of y n whole square. So it is a 1 by n square into summation yi square plus summation. It is a simplification is supposed to the same procedure. I can get that. These are the results. Same way here, you should be remember that is a total is of n minus 1. So it is comes to the n into capital N minus 1 by n s square plus n into by n square. This is a oral idea. It is a total simplifications are the same. Next is standard error. Standard error means it is the root of variance is called the standard error. So capital N minus small n by capital N to s square by small n. So this is called as a standard error. So SW or with replacement if I take. SOR means without replacement. SWR means sampling with replacement. With the replacement cases also, if I check that is the variances, what I can capital N minus 1 by n into capital N to s square. So here yn bar equal to summation yi by n. It is a variance of yn bar equal to variance of summation yi by n. So that variance of summation yi by n square. So summation sigma square by n square. So that n square by n into n and cancels sigma square by. So this is the most important. Every time you will ask the proof that this variance of the yn bar equal to sigma square by n. So it is a sigma square is clearly we got it that is 1 by n into summation I equal 1 to n yi minus yn bar whole square. So this is also sample cases. It comes to the s square. S square means a sample variance. It is comes to the 1 by small n minus 1 into summation yi minus y bar whole square. So variance is comes to the sigma square by n is comes to the variance. So that is the most important. Next, it is some conditional relations. Comparison of the v and bar is without replacement and with replacement. So without replacement and with replacement, we have that is a small variations. That is a capital N minus n is less than or equal to capital N minus 1. Sometimes you will ask that what is the difference between the with replacement and without replacement. So here I will take the with replacement is the equation number 3. Sorry, without replacement is the equation number 3. With replacement is the equation number 4. So what is the difference between both of them? Without replacement is a minus n will be there in the numerator, capital N minus small n. With replacement, when we have that is a capital N minus 1. That is a with replacement. So with replacement is a capital N minus 1. Without replacement is a capital N minus small n. So that it is automatically, if we compare that, 1 is less than or equal to 4th one. So that it is a 3 is less than or equal to 4th one. So that it is all will be cancelled. Capital N minus small n less than capital N minus 1. So that is a variance of yn bar equal to. Yes, simply I can check that is a less than variance of yn bar. So this is the overall idea of what we can do. So here, if I go for that is a show that is a sampling fraction. Fractions, if I check that, it is we can take that is a variance of yn bar equal to 1 by n into 1 by n into 1 minus f into s square. So here it is comes to the f equal to 1 by n by capital N. So I will substitute it as a capital N equal variance of yn bar equal to capital N minus small n by n into capital N s square. So here separation that when n is cancelled, n is cancelled, small n cancel 1 by n. So this is overall idea of that. So here n is the fractions 1 minus f into s square by n. Fraction if we give, I will use this kind of the formula. Next, the precision of the estimation. It is a precision of means it is comes to the, it is a parameter estimations. Parameter estimations, it comes to the precision of the estimator. We call it as a parameter estimations are called as a precision estimator. The precision estimators are the clearly we can take by using this reciprocal of the variances is called as a persistence of the precision estimator. So 1 divided by variance of the theta is called as the precision of the theta. So it is a reciprocal of the variance is called as the precision of the precision of the estimator. The variance is we will calculate and 1 by will take. It is comes to the. It is different from the two ways. It is a without replacement with replacement. I say that it is a without a replacement is a n minus capital N minus small n is in the numerator. So that 1 divided by capital N minus small n divided by n capital N into s square. That comes to the it is a precision of the estimator without replacement. With replacement means here 1 divided by n minus 1 n capital N minus 1 by n into capital N into s square. This comes to the precision of the estimations at the different. So it's which is a here variance cases it comes to the bare cases it is a mean cases it is having the less than. Now it comes to the precision cases are reciprocal so that it comes to the greater than. This is a changes how it will be the happen for the greater than and the less than. situations. This is the overall idea about it. Now it is a variance, one by variance of the S or S without replacement and with replacement will be the relationship. We can check it. Next, merits and limitations of the sample random sample. Merits means it is a larger kind of the data. We can be simple way we can be analyzed. That is comes to the merits. And the estimation of the subjective is a personal bias. It is a completely eliminated. It is a bias. It will be there at the time. We should be remove that kind of the data. For example, it is a one village will be there. I am the police officer. I'm going for the inquiry. What happens? It is they will not tell that is the right people. People will be say that is the projected that is the wrong information to me. So, but it is I can say that is only right information. So that is a happen that is a bias. So bias it means I cannot get that is the exact information. So that it is a wrong, false information I can get it. So here village who is in charge will be the bigger one. That is a village sarpanch or village in charge. He will say that is no sir, it is nothing happened like that. Is only this small part. But it may be the big quarrel. We don't know. So that it is what village people will be say that it is also not. So it is a such kind of that happened the bias. Otherwise, police people person also biased. If we take there is some amount and something it happened that it is a wrong way projection, if we accept so at the time, sometimes some situations it may happen. So it is comes to the it is also biased. So it is a two ways. It is either people may say that is a wrong information. They may project it is a correct information. A police person also he may take that is a right information. Maybe the wrong information he may project it. So two ways of observations. It is comes to the bias. So you never be the bias. Bias if you get at the time, accuracy will not get. Accuracy will not get. So that it is the correct information we have to be project. So that is a if we identify it is a person is a bias at the time, we no need to consider directly go for the action and to take the correct information and do it. That comes to the merits of the observations that I can justify. Next, a simple random sample is a more representative representation of the population as compared to that as compared to purposive or judgmental of the sampling. So it is a correct. It is a here sampling information you are taking collecting, but it is a correct analysis whether it is giving or not. Also, you should be take care about it. So whether you will be take that is a unbiased information at that time judgment also you can give that is a correct information that is comes to the one of the merit in the sampling. Next, it is coming to the statistician can be the asset of the efficiency of the estimates of the parameters by considering the sample distribution of the statistics. So that it is considering the sampling distribution of the statistics is also most important for that. It's the limitations. Limitations mean the selection of the selection of the sample, random sample is a you should take the small sample only. That is only the limitation. That is a problem for that. It is a big people. It is for example, it is a old rice bag you are checking. Only how many times? It's a 4 times. It is a middle side. It's maybe the most stones. Starting side it may be the less stones. It is the ending side. It is the more stones. How we can be justify? So that is also one kind of the limitations we are facing the problem. Next, it is that is comes to the demerits. Next, it is a simple random sample, maybe the resultant in the selection of the sampling unit, which are the widely spread in the geographically, such as the cost of the collection of the data, maybe the much it comes to the time and money. It is a large data, and sometimes it is I cannot justify. For example, virus is affected to the something, it is some village. Here, another village, here it is a different. Another village is a different virus. And the three viruses are running in that time. How you can be justify which is correct and which is a what we here we have. So at the time I have to be sent that the people is a different kind of the people, and I have to check that the different kind of the sample data I should collect. So it is it is more time it will take and more expensive it will be happen. It's a more time it is taken means it's a spreading is a more, so that is a damage is a more. So this kind of the precautions cases, it is the limitations are the more, so that it is also some techniques. It is here we could not have it more than that kind of the technique. So here we are failing. So, but it is somewhat it is a benefiting in some cases. It may be the fail. So it is a biological aspect at the geographical aspects point of view. We cannot justify that it will be the. For example, it is a tufan will be there in but it is something it is a Telangana. How do you say they justify it is clearly? So it is based on the sample information they are saying that. But it is a total information they cannot get it now. So it is that is comes to the here. Our people are the checking and it's missionary they are providing for that according that it is correct. But this climate cannot be controlled. How it will change, nobody knows. So such kind of the cases, it is a very difficult day. So it is a it takes a much time for the understanding of the sample data and observation of that. The end of moment it maybe knows it is a that is a canal with the damage and it will be something villages are the living in the water. What will be do? It is a very difficult. So that this kind of the scenarios will be the very in advanced estimations are the very simple and it is a somewhat very difficult. So it is a something, it is a river, it is a something bridge is a already expensive period it happened. So that immediately we have to take the necessary actions. This is some advantages and disadvantages. More will be there available here. Given the precisions and a simple random sampling using the requires the largest sample size, it is a very difficult. And compared to the stratified random sampling, also very difficult on these methods. These are the observations, so we have to be checked for that yes or yes, so without replacement and with replacement. This is comes to the unit 10. Next, it is coming to the stratified sampling. Stratified sampling. Okay, stratified sampling here also, we should be go ahead for that. It is the same kind of with replacement and without replacement. Here also the new strategy we will be follow here. So summation n, this is simple definition of stratified random sample. So capital N, it is a total sizes, bigger sizes. It is a sizes is dividing into the one systematic aspect that is called as a stratified sample. Random sample. There's a one group, another group, another group, another group. How many samples? For example, one village having that is a 200 families, another village having that is a 500 families. In a city having that is a it is almost it is a some thousand 1 lakh families are staying here. So it is a sample how you will be divided. It is very difficult. So such case of it is the we have to be used at the stratified random sampling is a more effective and it is a properly without replacement is a mostly it is a helping for that. It is that kind of the topic is called as this kind of the stratified random sampling. So it is these are the also mean also same and variances also we have to be apply the same procedures. And the proportions, here we will be use the proportions also. Here unbiased or biased estimations cases, both are the same. Here you have estimation of the y is y st equal to yn bar. So like it is the variances also same. Here like that here we have to check that. Allocation of the sample sizes. Allocation of the sample size, it is a proportion allocation and optimum allocations are the two types. It is a proportion allocation you will be take that is n1 by capital N1, n2 by n2, and it is a proportional allocation if I take. For example, it is a big group will be there. I cannot be analyze that at the time. I will go for the probability concepts. Here, for example, it is a one student is a 4 years he will study. Then it comes to the degree, BTech. So that it is a what we can check that. If one student will study that is a 3 years of the degree, how many papers he will write? Each semester is a five subjects. So 30 subjects he will write. 30 subjects. So how many subjects? How many units we have? 30 into 5 means 150 units. From the 150 units, how much knowledge he is gaining? So that is depends on the exam. We will be justified and we can be analyzed. So such kind of analysis will come to the here allocation of the sample. That is comes to the proportional allocation is a most helpful for that. It is a well in advance. If I check that it is a one aspect of that, it is a 50%, 30%, 20%. If we get the knowledge at the time, I can go further. It's a purely it is a 100% how we 70%, 90% how we can be implement. This comes to the proportional. 90% means it is a 90 out of 100. So it is a more best resultant I can get. So that is comes to the optimistic allocations. I can check it here. So this is observations we can do here. Optimal allocations of the new ones are optimal allocation, also the same stratified selections. Here errors we want to be removed for that. It is a selection of the starting and the selection of the observation. Cost function we can take that as equal to a plus summation CINI. Here it is a depends on the cost. It depends on the cost function also. So that is the variance is the same procedure variance. Some little bit changes from the previous unit and this unit. With the lack of time, I'm just explaining that comparisons. Now, variance of the stratified random sampling under the optimal allocation means that is a stratified random S1 says there is a S square we can be applied. But when it is the samples are the divided, so that divided by n1 I will use. That's all. So remaining everything is the same. Optimal allocation also will be the same. This is a oral idea. In this example, once you see here, it is a how it will be the number of employees and mean and standard deviations we give. Draw that as a sample using the proportional and the Newman allocation of the techniques. So what I am doing here, it is all will be the total I am doing that is NETSI. NETSI means it is a 300 into 5 equal to how much? 1500. 20 into 200 into 10 it equal to 2000. So it is NSI I identify. It is a total N is equal to how much? It is a 500. It is a these two. It is a total NISI equal to how much? 350. So NI I am calculating N by capital N. NI is equal to N by capital N. So it is a N1 equal to 300 by 500. N2 equal to 300 by 500. And N1 equal to how much? It is clearly N1 means it is the first one. First one means it is a 300 by 500 into 300. Next it is comes to the 300 by 500 into 200. So it is the 120, 180 I got. The Newman optimality, this is comes to the A and B observations. If I check, it is comes to the sample of the colleges A and B are the 200 and 120 respectively. So here, if I take the 200, I can get that is 120. If I take that the size is a first one is comes to the 300, I can get that is 180 students. I can find. Newman optimal allocation means this is a formula should be remember. N into NISI by summation NISI. So you should remember N equal to 300 into NISI equal to here. I got it. The first one is the 1500. So 1500 by 3500 is the total. NI summation is here 1500 by 3500. So I'm taking here 300 into 1500 by 3500. So I got it the 129. Here N2 also I can calculate. So here N1, N2, so I can check that this is called the Newman optimal allocations. Newman optimal allocations. So here below is a population allocation. Proportional allocations means this is a way of approach I can identify. This is one kind of the technique, proportional allocation. This is a Newman optimal allocation, the one kind of the technique. This is only we comparatively studies in the previous concept. Next variances here, optimal proportions and rational. So that these the three are dynamic. How will be there? It is a variations of relationships. It is a one you take all the three and you can be compared with that. Automatically you can get that is each one of the relationship between these three. Next, considering these are the variances. Once you can check it. Advantages and demerits of the stratified sampling. Here, direct impact how it will be on that prices, and indirect effect how it will be there. There's a direct impact hike in the petrol. If I take it, maybe the data know that the precision may be the required for the certain parts of the population. This can be the accomplished with the more careful investigation for the few static. That is a more advantage of this stratified sampling. So it is each and now everything is you are observing there. So it is a direct impact of the hike in the petrol. If I take it, is the population can be divided into the strata. So strata means it's data on like it is a low income group. It is a will be the how it will be the face the problem. Middle income people how it is the face. High income people how will be the feel that it is a three categories of observation. So I can check and I can do that is a sampling information to the who is taking the decision maker. So that is the most advantage it comes to the stratified sampling is divided into the individual groups. That all individual groups, it is a lower income, higher income, and middle income people are the how they will feel about that. It is a cost fixation on this. This is one of the observations we can check that the stratified sampling. Next, sampling problems may differ in the different parts of the population. Study the consumption portion of the household. So that is the patterns we will be take that is a different way of the living of the people, hospitals and hotels. This kind of observations so we can be checked by using this way. So it is a different kind of the observations we can check. It is like it is a sampling villages, people the big data. Like here SRS, like you can be all the. It is the efficiency is achieved in the strata more formed the intelligently, so that that is a gaining in the efficiency is more in this by using the strata. Right? Because of your dividing the subclasses and you are checking for the each and every cases. That is the advantage. Next, coming to the another is a estimation are required for the not only for the population but also for the subpopulation. Stratified sampling is a helpful, and the sampling frame for the subpopulations is more easily available than the sampling frame for the whole population. Next, demerits will be there. It is a may contain the error due to the subjective conditions. It is a low efficiency will be there. for that, because of when you will be the divided into the pieces at that time, accuracy point of view, whether it is a justified or not, something we can be get that out. Not all the cases, a few cases, few observation cases, we are facing this kind of the problems. So that is called as a lower efficiency, and a certain because of you are dividing the more groups. So efficiency cannot be justified. It is size is increases, so that is the problem. So that is also one kind of the merit only. But here demerit is here we cannot get that exact observation because of sample size is for example, I said that is a villages, it is a different kind of the population will be there. How you can be take that is N1, N2, N3 are the equally. So summation is if we take it is a difficulty. So that it is comes to the demerits of the stratified sample. Okay, this is our oral idea. Next, last unit, it comes to the systematic sampling, also same procedures we have. Here, I am taking that is the number of random numbers are the more. Random numbers are the more, and analysis will be the same. So here, once you read, you can be understand. Advantages and disadvantages. It is a sizes are the more at the time, disadvantages are the more. This is the oral idea about it. Old question paper will be there. You can be checking it. Okay. This is our oral idea. Ma. Anyway, thank you. All the I think so. It is a total syllabus is completed. Be prepared well for the examination, and you can write well. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you all. We meet.
Thank you, sir.
Next class also will be there, or this is the last class? Nilofer?
Yes, sir. Next class also there, sir.
Okay, if it will be there, some more concepts, so a revision part we will do. Okay.
Okay.
Wherever it is lacking will be there, that will be, we will discuss. Okay. Okay, Ma. Right. We'll meet tomorrow. Next class. Bye.